Tadetat Manakyam Chatushpad Brahma. That which is this Brahman, which is called as, which is meditated upon as Brahman, and the name is mind, on which you are meditating it as Brahman. Chatushpad Brahma. It possesses of 4 feet. Chatara pada asya. 4 feet are possessed by which that thing is called as Chatushpad. That is the Manakyam Brahma. The Brahman which is called as mind. Katham Chatushpadtam Manasu Brahmana Itya. How is it that the mind which is called as the Brahman which is called as mind, the adjunct of Brahman as mind, where is this Pratikupasana? It is an adjunct only. How can that mind have 4 legs? 4 feet? Ityaha. That's been stated by the text. Vak pranas chakshu shradam yete pada iti adhyatmam. The organ of speech, smell, eyes and ears. Yete pada, these are the feet, like feet of mind. These are related to the personal plane. Atha adhidaivatam. And then starts the adhidaivatam on the divine plane. Akashasya Brahmano. In divine plane, what is the Brahman? Brahman is meditated upon as on Akasha. The Akasha is meditated upon as Brahman. That means Akasha is the adjunct of Brahman. And the 4 feet of them are Agnir Vayur Adityo Disheti Ete. Fire, air. Agni, Vayu, Aditya, sun, and Dishaha, the directions. These are legs like legs, feet like feet of that Akasha Brahma. Evam Ubhayam Eva Chatushpad Brahma Adishtam. In this way, both the Brahma, that is the mind and the space of them, both of them, we have Adishtam means Upadishtam. It has been the instructions regarding the meditation, the way it has to be done, what has to be meditated, has been given. Has been enjoined, you can say. Adishtam means has been enjoined. Vidhi kar diya gaya. Vihitam. Both in the sense which both Adhyatman chaiva adhidaivatam cha. Both the planes, the personal plane and the divine plane. Among them, what are the specialities that is being told now? Tatra vag manaso brahmana pada. As to that, speech is a foot of the mind on which you are going to meditate as Brahman. Manaso brahmana pada, which is considered as Brahman. So mind is considered as Brahman at present. Of that mind which is considered as Brahman, the first foot, not exactly in order it is, as I have told yesterday. There is no order, but still it is being told first in the mantra, therefore we can say the first foot is the organ of speech. Vachahi paden eva gavadi vaktavisham prati tishthate. How is it that you are calling this organ of speech foot? He says, Vachahi padena. Is not there in your book? That much line you just take it further. One line there is Tatra Vag Manasa Brahma Chaturpad, that has to come later. After Chatushpad Adishtam Bhavati. Tatra Vag Manasa Brahmana Pada. Tatra, as to that, Brahman, which is being considered with that mind, which is being considered as Brahman, Vak, the organ of speech, is the first foot. Why is that you are calling it as a foot? Because just like a cow or an animal or a man moves by feet and attains the object that he wants to, he reaches the goal by moving. Similarly, this speech organ or any organ is moving towards its object. That is why it is pada like pada. Because without these organs, the mind can't go to the object. Just like cow without the legs, or a man without the legs moving, he can't reach the goal. Then the mind also can't reach and exactly can hold the or grasp the object and realize it, experience it, perceive it. For that it needs these organs. Therefore these organs are like foot, legs for the mind to reach to the object. Therefore he says, Vachahi padena Iva, padena iva gavadi. Just like gavadi. Gavadi means just like the cow, etc. They move and go towards their goal by legs. Similarly, this mind is moving towards the objects through the organ of speech. Towards which object? There is the organ of the object or speech or that which can be spoken of. Vaktavya vishayam prati. Vaktavya vishayam prati. On the object to be spoken of. Tishtati gets established on it. The mind holds it, grasps it, perceives that thing which has to be spoken of. Therefore, you have to see the mind goes out, becomes extrovert through these sense organs, and especially through sense organ of speech, it is going out and settling on the object that has to be spoken of. Ato manasa pada iva vak. Therefore, this vak, that is the organ of speech, is like a foot of this mind. Tatha prano ghrana padaha. Tatha prana. Similarly, prana. Prana in the sense what? You have to take the ghrana, the organ of smell. That is also as well leg. Because through this granindriya, the organ of smell only, the mind goes out and smells good and bad, both. Tenapi, it's very clear again, tenapi gandhavisham praticha kramati. Because through it is through sense organ of smell, this mind, what's doing? Going out, moves towards, prati kramati, moves towards the object of smell. Tatha chakshoh padaha shrotram padityam adhyatma. Similarly, you have to understand about the chakshu, the eyes, and shrotram also. This is how the mind is going towards the forms, the different forms and colors. It is perceiving through these eyes. So the mind goes out to the place where the sound is being created and understand what is that sound. Even though sound comes here, but how we are going to realize which sound it is? That is why in Chandra it will come later on. How you know this is the sound of a shanka? The shanka has not come here. The conch has not come here. The drums are not coming to your eyes. Through your ears. But still you know, this is the sound of drums, this is the sound of such and such a thing. That means your mind is reaching there through this sound that has reached your eyes. Because certain organs reach near the object and certain organs, the object reaches to the organ itself. Just like taste. The taste, this organ does not go where the laddu is kept. The laddu has come and sit over this. Then only it will taste it. Similarly, sound actually comes to your ears. These are two places where it comes. And certain people say even the smell comes. The indriya does not go there. But most of the people have said no. As a smell it also comes over here. Through the air or whatever it is, by any means it comes over here. Only the two organs are there, taste and ear, where the object has to come towards the organ. But the mind reaches to that object through these organs. Therefore, those organs are like legs, foot like foot. Iti adhyatam chatushpatam manaso brahmanaha. This is the 4 foot of that mind which is to be meditated on as Brahman. Athadi Devatam. Because all these are in the second mantra only, you see. All these things are in the second mantra. There is explanation of second mantra only by Bhashyam. Agni Vayuvadi Aditya Disha. Here also you have to say, similarly you have to understand. Akashasya Brahmana, of space, which is denominated as Brahman. These are the 4 feet. Why is it? What is the similarity here? There the mind is moving out. Therefore, on these organs you can see them as feet. You can meditate on them as feet. But what is the sun, air and all? How can they be meditated on his feet? He says, you think this whole universe as a cow? And udara eva gauh pada vilagnaha upalabhyante. It appears as if to be attached to the belly of the cow, just like, to the belly of the cow is attached to its 4 legs. The whole belly is there. The top is the spine of the cow. The lower portion is the belly, the stomach portion. Towards that is attached the 4 legs of the cow. Similarly, we have already meditated before that Swarga is the, what is that? It is just in the honeycomb we have seen, isn't it? And what is there? That whole thing is just like the stomach. And below that this air is there, not separately, almost all pervading is there. Aditya, sun is there. All these are in this space only. Therefore, it is as if, you have to say, you cannot say exactly attached in one place there is a sun, in one place there is air, one place there is fire. You can't separately identify things as if. Therefore, it is as if. Eva. Yatha udare eva gauh padaha. Udare eva gauh padaha. I'm telling eka is echaya ayadesh yakar lopaha. Udare eva, it will be printed. But I'm just explaining, I say udare. So that you can understand, it is Saptami, 7th case. As if you are seeing in a cow, the legs are attached to its belly. Similarly, these 4 things, what? The fire, the air, the sun, and the directions are appearing to be attached to the Akasha, the space. Tena tasya akashasya agnyaya pada uchante. Because of that, because of this similarity only, we are speaking of Agniya, the fire, etc., as the feet of the space. Evam ubhayam adhyatmancha adhidevatancha chatushpad adishtam bhavati. In this way, ubhayam means both of them, which both? The personal plane and the divine plane of them. Chatushpad adishtam bhavati. Of them, the 4 feet has become enjoined. वागेव ब्रह्मण चतुर्थ पाद स्वग्निना ज्योतिष भाति च तपति च कीर्त्य यशसा ब्रह्म वर्चसेन य एवं वेद. वागेव ब्रह्मण चतुर्थ पाद. Among those 4 padas of the mind as Brahman, every pada will be described now. How do they perform their activities? Vageva Brahmana Chaturtha Pada. Which Brahmana? Mano Brahmana. For each and everything there is Chaturtha. For all he will take Chaturtha only. All are 4th. There is none is first, none is second, none is third. There is no order. There is no sequence. That's when each and every mantra you say Vag Brahmana Chaturtha Pada, Pranayo Brahmana Chaturtha Pada, Chakshurayo Brahmana Chaturtha Pada, Shrutarayo Brahmana Chaturtha Pada. For each and everything he will be telling 4th. That is where is first and second and third. If all are 4th only. So therefore you have to understand that knowingly it is being told that you need not meditate in a proper sequence and proper order. You can take anyone as 4th, anyone as first, anyone as second, anyone as third. The organ of speech indeed is the 4th foot of that mind which is to be meditated on as Brahman. So means that fire and that vak, that organ of speech. Agnina Jyotisha Bhati cha Tapati cha. It actually shines and emits heat. Shines and emits heat. So how that speech can shine? How speech can emit heat? How can that?
Powerful speech.
Powerful speech. So, that means to say is that the words have got that power. which can automatically, what you call as, produce some zeal in your body and mind. So that will be there when a person with a proper knowledge speaks of. That force will be there in it. That's why it says bhati, it shines. Shines in the sense the knowledge shines through the speech. And the same thing happens when you become angry, it's emitting heat. Anger shows the heat in the voice. They were bhati.
Face also turns red.
Everything becomes red. Both becomes it bends. The person is shouting will also become red. The person hearing that anger will also become red. That much heat comes out. Bhati tapati cha. Through the fire, which is the deity of Vak, which is the presiding deity of the sense organ of speech, is fire. Through the fire deity, the light of fire, Jyotisha Agnina. Agnina Jyotisha means to the light of fire. To the divine light of that fire deity, this organ of speech also actually shines and emits heat. And a person who knows thus, ya evam veda, and meditates on this particular foot, also attains the same ability, the quality. He will also going to possess the quality of bhati chittapacha kirtya yashasa brahmavarchasena ya evam veda. He who knows thus will also surely shine in this world, will emit heat. That means to say, is by fame. Fame is also both types, kirtya, yashasa. Both types of fame. One is paroksha, another is pratyaksha. Through brahmavarchasena, through fame and also through the luster of the knowledge of the Vedas and the good qualities that he possesses. Bhashyam. Tatra among them, Vageva manaso brahmana chaturtha pada. The speech is itself indeed the fourth foot of the mind, which is meditated as Brahman. So, that means that feet, which is the organ of speech, shines. And bhati means deepyate. Tapati means santapam cha aushnyam karoti. Emits it. Through whom? Through the adidaivatena agnina jyotisha. Through the light of the presiding deity called Agni, the fire, which is a feet of the foot of the divine plane. On the divine plane, fire is also a foot, is not. He is relating both of them. Athava, the other meaning can be taken so, Taila Ghrtadi Agni Ashanena Idhavag Bhavati Bhati Cha Tapati Cha. The meaning may be that the speech is being kindled by consuming oil, clarified butter, etc. etc. Tejo Vaigradam. It brings Teja Nirvani also. That's why the Samavedists all drink a lot of clarified butter. Ghee. They eat a lot of ghee. It's essential. Taila Ghrtadi Agneya Ashanena. These are all products of transformations of fire. Agneya means transformations of fire element only. The different transformations of fire element. By the Ashanena, having consuming them, Iddha. Iddha means this is kindled. Vak bhavati. The vak, this is the organ of speech, gets kindled by that. Therefore, it shines and emits heat. Emits heat in the meaning. What's the meaning of the emitting heat? Vadanaya utsahavati syadityartaha. It becomes enthusiastic for speaking. That means this deity enthusiazes the organ of speech to speak. Viddat phalam. The result of the meditation is bhati chittapati kirteshasa brahmavarchasena evam means yathoktam veda. He who knows thus, which has been described up to now, and meditates in such a way, in that way, then surely that fellow is also going to shine and emit heat in the sense, will be enthusiastic to speak good in front of all, and attains through name, fame, and the luster of knowledge. प्राण एव ब्रह्मण चतुर्थ पाद स वायुना ज्योतिष भाति च तपति च भाति च तपति च कीर्त्येष सा ब्रह्म वर्चसेन एवं वेद चक्षुरेव ब्रह्मण चतुर्थ पाद स आदित्यन ज्योतिषा भाति च तपति च भाति च तपति च कीर्त्येष सा ब्रह्म वर्चसेन एवं वेद श्रोत्रमेव ब्रह्मण चतुर्थ पाद स दिग्ज्योतिषा भाति च तपति च भाति च तपति च कीर्त्येष सा ब्रह्म वर्चसेन एवं वेद This is how you are relating the personal plane with the divine plane. The 4 feet of the personal plane are related to the 4 feet in the divine plane. Whether the personal plane things are totally elemental. They are transformations of different elements. And that which is in divine plane are the presiding deities. They are not elements. The sun is not an element here. It is not a product of element. But we have taken it as the sun deity itself, the God sun. Yes, Digbi means the presiding deity of directions. This is all deities only here. Fire in the sense, the deity of fire. Presiding deity of fire. Similarly, now prana eva brahmana chaturtha pada, this sense organ of smell is itself the 4th foot of that mind which is being related as Brahman. So the light of air, that means to the light of that presiding deity of air, this organ of smell is kindled well, and that is why it shines and emits heat. That means gets enthusiased to smell the objects. He who knows this and meditates as stated before, surely that fellow will also, that person, that scholar will attain this tangible fruit. Actually, all these are tangible fruits only. Drishtaphalam, not Adrishtaphalam. Because meditating mind as Brahman, this is not the Adrishtaphala, this is Drishtaphala. You will get name and fame in this world. Only that's Drishtaphala. Brahma Varchasam is Drishtaphalam. The luster due to knowledge. Evam Veda. Who knows this will attain it. What will be the Adrishtaphalam? Bhashakara will tell. It's not told in the mantra here. Chakshureva Brahmana Chaturthapada. Now the sense organ of sight, the eyes, are themselves, both, there are two, that's why are we have to say, are themselves the 4th foot of the mind which is being measured as Brahman. So Aditya Jyosa Bhajatapadicha, that eye shines and emits heat, can enthusiasm to see things, see the objects, see the forms through the light of the sun god. A person, he whosoever knows this and meditates, surely he will also shine and become enthusiased through not only in the work, the performance of actions of the eyes, but also is going to attain name and fame, the luster of due to knowledge. Shrotra Brahmana Chaturtha Pada, this sense organ of hearing, the ears, are the 4th foot of that Brahman which is known as mind, which is called as mind. So, that ear actually shines and emits heat, gives enthusiasm to hear the sounds through the light of the deity of directions. He whosoever Evam Veda knows thus and meditates, surely he will also shine and emit it, become enthusiased to hear good sounds. And also he will attain name and fame in this world, along with the luster of knowledge of the Vedas and the good qualities that he follows due to the Vedas. Bhashyam. Tata prana eva brahmana chaturpada savayuna gandhaya bhati chaturpadita. Therefore, as told before, Vakta Visham Prati hai na. Now he says, now gandhaya. Why he is moving? To perceive the smell. For smelling only is getting enthusiased. Bhati chaturpadita. Tatha chakshu adityana rupagrahanaya. To perceive the different forms by the sun god. These eyes are enthused. Enthused also you can use. Enthused is also a word. Enthused. Shabda grahanaya shrotram digbi. Similarly, the deities who are presiding over the directions, they enthuse these ears to hear different sounds. Vidyaphalam samanam sarvatra. The result of meditation is same in all these cases. Brahma sampattir adrushta phalam yaevam veda. You see, now he says, what is the adrushta phala? The non-tangible result, the unseen result is the attainment of Brahman itself. In the last mantra I studied yaevam veda twice, repetition. What for? To conclude this meditation. To indicate the conclusion of the meditation, it has been repeated evam veda. Because all pratikopasanas, angaropasanas, but these upasanas will give you karma mukti only. They can't give you sadhya mukti. Any upasana, even angaropasanas it might be, pratikopasana, sampadopasana, all will give always successive liberation only, not immediate liberation. Aditya Brahmana Pada Ukta. Just now we were hearing in the previous meditation that the sun is also a foot of that space which is meditated upon as Brahman. Therefore, before in the previous meditation we are meditating upon the sun as a foot only of Brahman, not the sun as a total Brahman. Brahman's 1 foot we are saying, not Brahman in totality. So the next meditation is also Pratikopasana. The Pratika is the adjunct here, is sun, on which you are going to meditate as Brahman in its totality, not as a foot. There's a Bhashkara is given introduction and says, Aditya Brahmana Pada Uktaha. The sun has been spoken of as a foot of that Brahman which was read upon the space. Iti. Tasmin. Now on the same sun, Sakala Brahma Drishticharyam idam arabhyate. This text now is being begun for enjoining a meditation on that sun as Brahman in its totality. How is that going to be done? He says, Aditya Brahmityadesha Tasyapa Vyakhyanam Asadevidamagrasit Tat Sadasit Tat Sambhavat Tad Andam Niravartata Tat Samvarasya Matram Ashayata Tan Niravidyata Te Andakabale Rajatancha Suvarnancha Bhavadam. Aditya Brahma iti Adi. The sun is itself the Brahman. This is the instruction given to meditate the sun as Brahman. Tasyapa Vyakhyanam. Of that, the explanation is as follows. We have to praise that sun which has to be meditate as Brahman. Just like you praise the mind which has to be meditate as Brahman. So to praise this sun also. To be paid. Why you don't want to take any other thing which is existing in this world and meditate upon it as Brahman? For mind also you gave similarity between mind and Brahman, and you gave similarity between the space and Brahman also. Sarvagatatva, Sarvasambhadhatva, and all it is told. Sukshmatvat. Similarly here also, he is not, the mantra has not told anything there. Bhashakara gave the explanation. But here the mantras of the Upanishad themselves want to explain why this Surya, the sun, should be meditated upon as Brahman. For that we have to praise that sun. How this sun came into existence? First you have to know that. And due to the existence of this sun, is the existence of all the things in the world. If sun disappears for a week, and all will be dead. Just one day, it plays hide and seek, you're all shivering here. Oh, cold, cold, cold. So, the importance of sun has to be understood. It's how it came into existence and how it's the cause of the existence of all. Then you'll be giving importance to that sun. You understand the importance of sun. And It's our nature of human being. We always think, we concentrate on a thing on which we have total importance. If there's no importance on anything, then we neglect that thing totally. There's no importance to it at all for us. In our mind, everything, all those things are there for which there is some importance. There is some importance. Therefore, you are kept in your mind. You know where is the toothpaste, because there is importance for that. In the early morning, everything you have to search around. Therefore, you have kept in your mind, you know where you have kept it. If it is misplaced, you will shout, the whole morning will get upset. कहाँ चला गया मेरा टूथपेस्ट? इधर से उधर कर देते हो. See the importance of the toothpaste also. There is importance to each and everything. Therefore, all those things which are related to you, it's kept in your mind properly, well arranged. And there is even certain things are there which are more importance than these ordinary things, general things. That thing will be always in your mind, most of the time. You will never forget it. And the most important thing is yourself. Therefore, you don't forget yourself. You never say, I am not there. I don't exist. So, the most important thing in this world is yourself and your existence. The cost for that is also further most important. Is not. So, that has to be kept in our mind and meditated upon that more. That much we are caring for ourselves, 1,000 times more we will have to think about Son. Because due to Him we are existing in this world. So, to show the importance, always I say, जिस वस्तु में आपका महत्व है उसी का पीछे आप भागते हो. If you have importance for classes or Upanishads, then you will never miss this. If you importance to some worldly activity, then चलते रहता है, आप बाद में कैसे सुन लेंगे. So this happens. You will be neglecting it, or you will be avoiding it, or this is not much importance. So it depends upon, that's why I say, that's why Bhashakara said, there is no mokshutvam in anybody. People will say, humko moksha chahiye, humko moksha. Because there is no importance to moksha at all. Who wants moksha? There is importance only to this body, this food and living and this and that. If you miss one day, one news, you are upset. Oh, there is importance to news, that means. More important is news than your classes and than your Upanishad study, self-study, this and that. बाद में रटेंगे देखेंगे नहीं तो अगला जन्म में रट लेंगे कोई आने चाहिए. अब न्यूज तो देखो पहले. That means more important is what? News. Cricket matches. At least they have to listen the what is the score. So that shows to which things we are giving importance. So to make us realize the importance to be established by us on which thing we have to establish. For that, these Upanishads praise certain things, tries to attract our attention, so that we will concentrate on those things only more and give him the maximum importance to those things only. That is why it is said now, Tasya Upavyakhyanam. Now, the text is going to begin the explanation of that Son, which has to be meditated as Brahman. To begin, it says, Asadya Vaidam Agra. Before the creation, what was there was nothing was existing. There was a non-existence. Asat. Na saditi, asat, non-existence. Non-existence in the sense what here? Because this is not a prakarana of the srishti. This is not a prakarana of creation. The context here is tasyupavyakyanam. Just to explain and create importance towards the Son in our minds. This is being told. Therefore, here asat is in the sense nothing was existing before creation. That means the Nam and Rupa, the name and form had not manifested. That's all. Asat in the sense non-manifestation of name and form. Tat sadasit, that became manifested. That which was non-manifested became manifested. Then, manifested in the sense, how it got manifested at first? As subtle elements, apanchikrita, pancha mahabhutas. The first form was the space, and the name was space. Then of that came air, of that came, and so on. You know the sequence well. These basic elements, having not combined together and become the gross form, those subtle elements came into existence. They got manifested. After that, tat samabhavat, they sprouted. Just they were like the seeds, and the seed sprouts. Some of those sprouted in the sense, they came into a little solidified form. Not totally solidification is taking place, Panchikaran has been started, that means to say. Then comes the Andam Niravartada, that took the shape of an egg, that means it became solid. Tat Samvasas Matram Ashayata. For a period of 1 year, that egg remained in a static position. Just like in a garbha, the child is in a static position for 9 months. Similarly, the egg was in a static position. Ashayata. Ashayat means there was no movement, nothing. Totally static position, condition. For 1 complete year it remained so. Tan niravidyata. Then that egg got split up into 2 halves. Just like a bird's egg splits, the child comes out. The offspring comes out of that egg. Similarly here, this egg-like egg, this Virata Purusha, this egg-like egg, split into 2 portions. They andakapale, those 2 halves of the egg, what happened? Became Rajatancha Suvarnancha Abhavatam. They became one, the silver, the other became the gold. Silver in the sense, Prithvi, snow-cladded earth. Because of the snow and the shine of the sun, it looked as if silver. And the glow of the early morning sun in the space, that space looked as if it is gold. Dyauhu. Rajatam is Prithvi, Swarnam is Dyauhu, Dyuloka, Swarga, the heavens, the upper space. Nabhashyam. Aditya Brahma iti Adeshaha. Aditya Brahma iti Adeshaha. Aditya Brahma. Adesha means what? Upadesha. Upadesha. The sun is Brahman. This is the instruction given for meditation. Tasya Pavyakyanam Kriyate. Of that, now the explanation is being started. For what? Why you want to explain that sun? Stutyartham, for the sake of praising it. Why you want to praise it again? The answer has been given long back. Any praise is meant to attract your attention, to draw your attention towards the importance of that particular subject or object. Asat, avyakritam, avyakritam, namarupam, idam jagat, ashesham, agre, pragavastayam, utpattehe, asit, natu asadeva. Bhashikara is very, very carefully says, you see, asat means what? Avyakrita namarupam. Without the manifestation of the name and form. The name and form had not got manifested. When name and form of what? Idam Jagat. The name and form of this world had not got manifested. When Agre. Agre means Pragavastayam Utpatte. Utpatte Pragavastayam. Before the condition, before the creation. This world as a whole. Ashesham, he says. Ashesham, he says, not even the subtle elements had got their name and form. Don't think actually there was Asad itself. Natu Asadeva. Not really total non-existence. Because the Brahman is there. And Brahman is the absolute existence. Even before creation of this world, Brahman do exist, is not. Because it is itself existence. Sat, Chit, Ananda Rupam. Sat in sense?
Sadeva Saumya Idamakra Asit.
So
that's Sadeva, not Asadeva.
Asadeva. But here you have told Asadeva Idamagra Asit. Now the lot of Shastras will start immediately now. The objector has got a good chance. Especially Bauddhas will come and say, oh, thank God. There's one Upanishad mantra telling what I want to say, Shunyam. Everything is Shunyam. This is what I wanted to say. Asadeva. Here Eva is there. Eva is also here. He says, Eva is there. Indeed, everything was totally non-existent. There's a Bhashakara says before the Shastrartha is going to start, he says, Natu Asadeva. Not really, totally, absolutely non-existence. It's not like that. Because Brahman is there in all the times. That means Brahman is there in the sense what? Absolute existence, absolute consciousness, and absolute bliss is all the time. They were before creation, the condition of this world, before creation. Because just you saying, what is the condition of milk before it came into existence? Zavyakratam in the cow. How was it in the cow? Who knows? Was it blood? Was it bone? What was it? In which form it was? The name and form of milk, before it came out of the thing, before that, what was the condition of it? It was unmanifested. That's what you can say. The milk, the name and form of milk was not manifested before it came out. But milk was there, cow was there. Similarly here also, the world is there in the form of Brahman, in the form of absolute existence. They were not in its manifested name and form way, but it was there. How you are saying this? What is the support to your this statement? Natu Asadeva. He said later, mantra 622 of the same Upanishad Chandogya. There, to Shveta Ketu, he says, Katham Asatha Sajjayeta. How is that? Out of Asat, Sat can come into existence. How anything can come into existence from non-existence? From non-existence, existence cannot take place. Just like he says, Yatha Kapushpam. It's not possible, impossible. Akash Gosamam. Katham asasajjayata iti asat karyatva sapratisheda. The origin of any effect from non-existence is denied by this mantra, Katham asataha sajjayati iti. Therefore, I want to say here that asat in the sense here, just non-manifested name and form, but not non-existence itself. The objector stands up Purvapaksha. No, here asadeva iti vidhana vikalpasya. There it is sadeva idamagra asid, and here it is asadeva idamagra asid. Therefore, you have to take an alternative position. Your Upanishads are given two alternative positions, that means. You can choose whichever you like. Both are right. None of them is wrong. Indeed, it was declared, Vidhanat means it is declared by the same Upanishad. You see? In the same Upanishad, 3rd chapter it says Asadeva idamagra asid. 6th chapter is Sadeva idamagra asid. Then in the same Upanishad, 2 different chapters in 2 different topics, into the context of speaking of the creation, the status or the condition before creation is explained both the mantras. And there he stated Asad Eva. Indeed, it was non-existent only. This being declared by the Upanishad. Therefore, Vikalpasya, you have to take an alternative position, either this or that, left to you to choose. And I am going to take Asadeva. This is what he says. No. The Bhashikara Acharya Shankara says, no, it cannot be so. Kriyasu eva vastuni vikalpanupatte hai. Or you can take alternate position, choose whichever you like, if it would have been a kriya, an action. Kartum akartum manitha kartum shakyate. It's only an action, not regarding any object. An object has no alternative. Whatever it is, it is like this also, it is like that also, you cannot say. A pot is a pot. It may be a pot, it may be a cloth, it may be something else, you cannot say so. There is no alternatives regarding an object. As in the case of action, just like there it is told, Mimamsa, Udite Jyoti, Anudite Jyoti, you can do it, it's up to you. It's Homa, it's a Kriya, an action. So it's up to you, whenever you want to do, you can do. Or you can do otherwise also. Or you can never do also. Do, never do, or do otherwise. These are 3 options available there as related to actions. Vastuni vikalpan patte hai. In the case of the nature of a thing, option is not admissible. Katam taridam asadevaiti. Then how is it that this mantra is asadevaiti? How then was this statement given by this text? Asad evaiti. Indeed, non-existent itself was before the creation. Siddhanti, the doctriner says, Nanu. Here Nanu is not meant for Purvapaksha. Confirmingly, the doctriner himself says, Siddhanti is speaking, confirming. That's why it's stated Nanu. Avuchama, have I not already answered this question before? Again and again you are going asking and asking. Avachama avyakrita namarupatvad asad eva asad iti. The non-manifestation of name and form, it seemed as though non-existent. Asad eva asad. The non-manifestation of this name and form is itself seems to be as though non-existent. Therefore, we are using the word here, asad. These are all the replies directly, but actually the actual reply is this is not the actual reply. The actual reply is later on given. We'll say here we are not discussing about the Srishti at all. Actual Srishti, before the Srishti, what it was not there. He has told us the Kriyate Stutyartha. This whole thing is only an explanation is given for the praise of sun. This is not our object or our goal at all to explain what was this before the creation. The goal of explanation is to praise the sun and nothing else. So this whole thing is an arthavada. This is not a declaration regarding the creation as it is in this chapter. Therefore don't say, but Purvapaksha said Vidhana. Purvapaksha said Vidhana. For that Bhashakara will say, hey, no, we are not doing any Vidhana of what was there before Srishti here. We are praising the sun. For that we are to use Arthavada only. Here there's not a declaration about what was before Srishti, and we are not, that's not the aim of our this topic here in the present context. That answer will be told later on. He will explain even that also. According to the question he is answering now. Nanu eva shabda avdharanartha. Purvapaksha says, sir, the oppositor, sir, what are you speaking? Here the word eva is also there, asad eva. And that is to emphasize the non-existence was indeed the only thing before creation. Bhashikara does not object directly. No. He is not said like that. No. He is not saying so. Satyam me. Truly so. Actually, the meaning of Satyam is Yavad Uttaram Nadasyami Tavat Tavakatanam Satyam. Yavad Uttaram Nadasyami Tavat Paryantam Tavakatanam Satyam. Unless and until you are not hearing my reply to your questions, it seems what are your statement is perfectly correct. That's why it's called Ardhangikara. Satyam Ardhangikara iti abhyayam. It's an indeclinable word, Satyam, meaning half acceptance of the statement. Truly so. Yavad uttaram na dasyami tavat tavakathanam satyam. This is the meaning of Satyam. Natu sattva bhavam avadhareti. As Bhashikara says, you see, tu means but. But comes, but means what? What you have stated is wrong. Ifs and buts Most dangerous words in law. All the story, just put one but, it's gone. Everything is okay, but Natu satta bhavam avadharayati. Actually, this mantra does not emphasize the non-existence of any substance. Sattva means substance. Abhavam, the non-existence of Sattvam is not avadharate, is not being emphasized in this mantra. Kintari, what then is being emphasized over here? Namarupa Vyakrata Vishaye Sat Shabda Prayogo Drishta. Before this is one line in our book. I don't know whether in your books are not there. In Kailas is not there. Kailas book is not there. Vyakrata Namarupa Bhavam Avadharayati. That statement is not there. Before this line Namarupa Vyakrata Vishaye, this should be there. Vyakrata Namarupa Bhavam Avadharayati. What is being emphasized here then? He says Vyakrata Namarupa. The manifestation of name and form is being negated, and that is being emphasized. It is not negating, not emphasizing the negation of a substance. Just Brahman is there, substance is there. You cannot emphasize the non-existence of any substance. But what you are emphasizing, then he asks, the answer is, the mantra is emphasizing the non-existence of the manifestation of name and form, not of the substance. Why? The question we can put up, or that the next sentence comes up. Namarupa Vyakrata Vishaye Satchabda Prayogo Drushtaha. Because with regard to the things which have their names and forms, for their manifestation only, the word Sat is used. This is what we see in this word. Gataha Sat. We say Gataha San, Pataha San. The Sat, this word is used only when we experience that the name and form of certain object is manifested. They were just opposite to that word. Na Sat. Asat means what? The word Asat can be used for the non-manifestation of name and form of anything. Therefore here, Asadeva, because we are discussing about one thing called sun. And the word sun, the name sun and the form sun is being meditated upon as Brahman. Therefore when I speak Asadeva, for the explanation of that sun, when we started, Asadeva means what? This name and form was not existing before. This is what you have to take according to the context. You can't go before creation everything and don't go up to there. Tada vai tacha namaru vyakaranam aditya ayattam. You see? Tacha. That manifestation of nama and rupa, of the name and form, comes from the sun. Aditya ayattam. It is due to the sun. That means to say the cause of the manifestation of the name and form of this world is the sun. Prayasha jagata. Of what? He says, generally of this world. Whatever name and form we use, the manifestation of them is from the sun. How we are deciding this? He says, you see, it's very simple. Tadabhave. Remove sun of this world. Remove sun out of the body. Then, what is going to happen? Andham tamaha bhavati. Ghor andhakara. Not andhakara. Ghor andhakara. Can never see anything. You can't see your fingers properly. Then how you can take, this is finger. How you can say? The name and form cannot be expressed at all. They say, Tadabhave andam tamaha idam na prajnayeta. In the absence of that sun, blinding darkness would come into existence, due to which idam na prajnayeta, nothing could be perceived by us. So how we could mention any name and how we can perceive any form. Kinchana, na kinchana, naidam kinchana pagyata. Because we would never perceive anything in this world. Ataha, therefore, tat stuti pare vakhe. Therefore, the whole statement, asadevidam asit, tat sadasit. This whole statement is meant for what? Stuti pare vakhe. It is only a eulogistic sentence. The sentence is a eulogistic sentence. Sadapi, being so, idam pragutpate jagad asadeva iti adityam stauti brahmadrishti arhatvaya. Tastuti pare vakya sadapi, even though this sentence is being, this eulogistic sentence is being mentioned by the text. For what? Idam pragutpate jagad asadeva iti. Idam jagat, this world before creation was non-manifested. We take the meaning of asad as non-manifested. This is being stated only for adityam stauti. Because the sun is eulogized by this for what? Brahmadrishti aratvaya. To see that the sun will be fit for meditation as Brahman. Aditya nimitto hi loke saditi vyavara. Because of the existence of sun only, the word sat is being used by all of us. As nobody can use the word sat also. For himself or for anybody. Yatha asadeva idam rajakulam sarvaguna sampanne purvaramani rajani asati iti tadvat. Just like if somebody says, this great king who is possessing of all good qualities, if he ceases to exist, then the whole Rajakulam, the lineage of the king itself does not exist. It does not mean that nobody will exist at all. If the king dies, all will die. Does it mean so? No. Similarly, it is here also. The sun, if it does not exist, nothing will exist. That means that does not mean to say that when Brahman does not exist. Rajani, which type of word? The name is Puruvarmani. Puruvarma is the name of the king. And how is that king? Sarvaguna Sampanne, possessed of all good qualities. Such a king, Asati, if it ceases to exist, then what is the people would say? Asadeva idam Rajakulam. Oh, the whole king's dynasty, the lineage itself is what? Asad, no more exists. Finished. It's ended up. People say so. But that does not mean that all have died. Tad similarly, it is here also. Nacha sattvam asattvam va ya jagata. Now the actual meaning of the sentence being brought. The actual answer. We'll discuss this tomorrow.